Hello and welcome back to another Kerbal space exploration episode. And right now we are taking the moon crew, which we picked up in the last episode, back up into orbit. And in this episode I have tried to record everything in cinematic view, and it hasn't been completely perfect, but I think I'm almost there. So it's been like a practice for making a cinematic trailer or something later. So just stay with me. So yeah, after getting these into orbit, I don't have a lot of fuel left. As you can see, that was just barely enough to get it circularized, and I was really tense at the end. So we have to use RCS to dock to the space station, and the burn wasn't perfect either, so I had to wait like a couple of orbits, and you can see that we don't have a lot of RCS fuel either. So this was just about, it just worked. It was like, if the station hadn't been any trouble, I would probably not have been able to dock with it. So pretty happy about that. It made me play a bit more realistic, like they do with the ISS. They don't have as much delta V as we do. But yeah, launching a Dragon capsule, and this is my Dragon capsule long range, which will go to Minmus and pick up the crew from Zues Station, so we can decommission that space station. So what I've done with this Dragon capsule is that you have the cargo bay on or inside the solar panels or solar panel fairings. So I put a fuel tank in there to give it some extra range, which gave it enough delta V to get to Minmus and back. And after separating all the panels, the panel that went forward comes really close on the return, but luckily it just misses us. So yeah, this is my cinematic views, jumping between the difference, and we're doing our circularization burn over Kerbin and getting ready to do our Minmus burn, which we're doing right now. We're burning to get an encounter with Minmus, and yeah, we're about, well, no, wait, we are now circularizing. So this is our Minmus burn, and we are on our way to Minmus and getting ready to pick up our crew. And we still have some fuel left in the bottom tank, so we use that before we detach it, and we're gonna deorbit that later, or I have deorbited it off camera. It's not that interesting. And taking out the solar panels, taking them for a test, getting a beautiful cinematic view with the fuel tank in the background. So yeah, let's talk about something else. Like I said in a couple episodes, still exams. I have 2 presentations now, so I've delivered everything for my exams, but I have to do the oral exams and have to defend my work and what our conclusion has been. So yeah, one this week and one next week, and after that I'm going on vacation south, getting some warmth, even though it's summer here in Norway, with a bunch of friends. So looking forward to that. And hopefully I will be able to do a live stream soon. But since the weather is really back and forth, I'm going to do it on a day with bad weather. So it's not going to be like a week announcement, but maybe a few days in front when I see like the forecast. But yeah, we are now orbiting around Minmus, and we just done our capture burn and getting rid of the empty fuel tank, which is flying away pretty fast actually. I thought it was just going to like slowly come out like the docking but it did not. It just flew away. And we are now getting ready to dock at Zeus after a couple of short rendezvous maneuvers, and it's a good thing the Dragon capsule has the lights, because it makes it a lot easier to dock with it in the dark, and I couldn't be bothered waiting an orbit or half an orbit to get into the light side. But the docking went pretty well, even though I didn't have any assistance from nav bolts or anything. So that has been the difficult part of making this, is that you have to do a lot of stuff in cinematic view. So we picked up the crew, and we are undocking very slowly and carefully, and we're going to have a nice view here of the station, flying away slowly and just getting a nice last look at the station. I was thinking of taking the fuel tanks off and bringing them back, but I decided that it's more hassle to go and pick them up than actually just sending up new ones. So we're going to get rid of this whole thing, but since Zues Station hasn't got a lot of attention, we just brought it there and we haven't really used it for anything. So it's been a big hit in our budget, but we're going to give it some small glory of giving us some beautiful explosions. So yeah, we're coming in pretty fast towards the ground on Minmus. And yeah, your video is not lagging. This is my computer when the ground hits, and it wasn't a perfect shot, so we went for a new one, and this is a lot better shot. And you can see the parts just flying off, and we have this well, it's called the cargo, I think, cargo storage for Bobcat Industries, one of their packs, and it's just spinning away, and it almost went into a new orbit, so I didn't get to see it crash and burn, because that would have I would have to wait a whole orbit without doing any time warp. But let's go from Minmus and back home, and we're gonna go for landing at KSC if it's possible from here. So yeah, we can see Minmus in the background, and this is going to be one of the last times we're going to be at Minmus for quite a while, I think. I have no plans to go back there anytime soon. And we're approaching Kerbin's atmosphere, so let's get rid of the solar panels and get a little bit of distance between them. What I have done a couple of times when testing out the Dragon Capsule is not get enough room from the solar panels, and they sometimes slow down faster than the capsule and they hit and break or make some bad scenes. But there's a lot of re-entry heat here. It's really burning hot coming in from all the way out at Minmus, so it has a lot of delta V to get rid of. And we can see the solar panels just in the background, but they disappeared once they were 2.5 kilometers out of distance. Oh, can't talk right now. My tongue is messing up. So yeah, here we can see KSC coming up, and we're approaching, and it looks like it's going to be a very close landing. It's going to be pretty good, and except from the launch, nothing has been done with mechanical jeb. It's just been like point retrograde or prograde, and the rest has been controlled from this. So after a small brake burn, which I didn't get to capture because I had to use the nav ball, we get pretty close and we land in the oceans right next to KSC. I think it's like 2 kilometers out or something. So Dragon Capsule in the water, and Bill Kerman is back at KSC, and he is celebrating that they're finally done with their long stay. And they've been a long while on the Zues Station without anything to do, because all the research they had done was up and they didn't have anything to do since we were not building anything on Minmus. So I hope you guys enjoyed this short episode, and I'll try to make a couple of more different episodes in the weeks coming up. Have a lovely summer, guys, and I hope to do a live stream soon. So bye.